Do you think that we deserve to know how it all fits together? The good, the bad, the joy, the sorrow, the suffering, the punishment, the consequences, the judgment, the blessings, the curses, the beauty, the wonder, the majesty, and the messiness of it all? Like, if everything, all of history, if everything, past, present, and what's going to happen in the future, if that was all written down on a giant scroll on the front and the back, explaining how everything that's happened is happening and will happen, how it all fits together, and what's going to have to happen next in order for the broken stuff to be fixed, and who's going to have to do it. Do you think that you're worthy of knowing what's written on a scroll like that? I mean, look, I want to. I'd like to think I am. I try. I certainly wonder about it. I fumble around for explanations for how this all fits together, but at the same time, I'm also part of the problem, right? I'm part of the messiness. So am I really worthy of unlocking that kind of information? We're doing this series right now on the book of Revelation because when life gets chaotic, it's natural to go looking for apocalyptic answers to our deepest longings and questions over the chaos. And that's really what the book of Revelation offers, but not in the way that most people think. It's not a future apocalyptic prediction. It was a divinely inspired letter, a vision written at the end of the first century for their present. It spoke to the messiness of their moment that the original readers were actually in. And it was so meaningful that the early church cherished that document, and they passed it around for 300 years before it was ever included in the Bible. The whole point of this video series is to try and understand what it meant to them. Because I think if we can, we have a much better shot at understanding what it might mean, if anything, for you. The author, John, is having this vision at the beginning of the heavenly throne room, and there's a lot going on. There are these 4 wild heavenly creatures with wings and covered in eyes. They're all surrounding a throne on which God sits. The throne room has a sea of glass in it. There's 24 elders sitting on 24 thrones, and when we left off the end of chapter 4, John says that they were just wrapping up this worship service. And then I saw in the right hand of him who sat on the throne a scroll with writing on both sides and sealed with 7 seals. Now, what you don't know yet, but you're about to find out, is that the scroll and its 7 seals contain exactly what you and I long for in chaotic times: an explanation for how everything that has happened, is happening, and will happen, how it all fits together, and what's going to happen next. Who's going to have to carry out the action in order for all that's wrong in the world to be fixed, to be made right. And I saw a mighty angel proclaiming in a loud voice, "Who is worthy to break the seals and open the scroll?" But no one in heaven or on earth or under the earth could open the scroll or even look inside it. This is the great dilemma, right? As New Testament scholar N.T. Wright points out, God seems to have made the world in such a way that his plans for the world, written out on that apocalyptic scroll, the plans are supposed to be executed by human beings. Baked into the original story of the Judeo-Christian tradition is the idea that humans would have dominion over the earth. But that plan has gone off the rails, and human beings are the ones who did the derailing. And so one solution to that problem from John's own ancestry and religious tradition was that since God chose to run the world through humans, that maybe he could rescue the world through humans as well. And so God chose John's ancestors, Israel, to be a light to the nations, to show the world what dominion and flourishing look like, and so rescue his creation project. But both humanity and Israel failed in that, leading to this question and dilemma: who is worthy to break the seal, to open the scroll, to look inside it, to carry it out? Who is worthy of being the fix? Seemingly no one. Which is why John says, "I wept and wept because no one was found who was worthy to open the scroll or look inside," which might sound weird when you first read it. I mean, why is he crying? The original readers would have immediately identified with John's emotion here. It's exactly what they are all weeping about as they face tremendous amounts of pressure and persecution and pain and suffering in their present, as they desperately try to make sense of it all. I mean, they desperately want to know if their suffering is part of some greater story, if God sees or cares. I mean, will any of this ever fit? Will it ever make sense? And will it ever be set right? Then one of the elders said to me, Do not weep. See, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, has triumphed. He is able to open the scroll and its 7 seals. Immediately, the first readers would have recognized this as a reference to Jesus being the predicted Messiah. Ancient Israel was made up of 12 tribes, and one of them was named Judah. And Judah was likened to a lion cub as a child. And from Judah's offspring came the Golden Age King David. And eventually, from David's line came Jesus. Where humanity had failed, where Israel failed, Jesus did not fail. Jesus triumphed where everyone else fell short. Even if you don't agree with John, even if you're not a Christian, you likely still hold Jesus as a person with special moral character status, right? The Lion has triumphed. He's able to open the scroll and its seals. He's worthy of being the fix. You could almost imagine in this apocalyptic scene, John scanning the throne room, trying to look over the heads of the elders to see, where is he? Where's the Lion? Where's the triumphant one? I heard him announced. Is he coming in? Because when it comes to righting the wrong and delivering justice and defeating evil and evil people, we need a lion. So where is he? Then I saw a lamb, looking as if it had been slain, standing at the center of the throne, encircled by the 4 living creatures and the elders. This is one of the most powerful contradictions in the Christian faith. It's so powerful that often followers of Jesus are tempted to choose one or the other. John heard the announcement of the Lion of Judah, the lion, the symbol of power and strength and royalty and victory. It's everything that suffering people are longing for. Then he saw the Lamb. The lamb is a symbol of vulnerability, of gentleness, dare I say weakness. I mean, it's literally a lamb that was slain. N.T. Wright again points out that from here on out, as we watch the apocalypse unfold, which, spoiler alert, it does end in victory for the slain lamb. As we watch it unfold, we're to remember that the lion-like victory is accomplished. It's won by the self-sacrifice of the lamb. Besides, this lamb, much like the meek and mild rabbi it represents, is no conventional lamb. The lamb had 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent out into all the earth. He went and took the scroll from the right hand of him who sat on the throne. Remember, horns are a symbol of power in apocalyptic literature, and the number 7 is the number of fullness or completeness. This lamb is full of power, all-seeing, all-perceptive, and filled with the Spirit of God, the divine. The rest of chapter 5 finishes with the room exploding into worship, singing songs to the apocalyptic contradiction, the triumphant lion-like lamb who was slain. Okay, so what does any of this mean to the original readers? Why was it so powerful for them? First, Jesus was and is the one who's worthy to carry out the scroll. They can trust that. They can lean into that. Even when things are not making sense in their lives, there's something about the person of Jesus that draws all of history into focus. Second, they found it encouraging knowing that victory is coming and that it will change things in the current world order. This power structure will change. This political structure will change. The kingdom of God is not like the kingdoms of this world, and in lion-like power, God's victory will come. But, and third, while a very real, tangible change is going to come, it'll be accomplished by and through the Lamb who was slain, not by uses of our force or political power. It's going to be self-sacrifice for the sake of others, love, mercy, and grace that'll be the defining characteristics of that victory. What does all of this mean for you and me? Well, I think you can take encouragement from this. Your pain and struggle are part of a larger story. John would tell you that that story finds its focus in Jesus, and that Jesus is at work bringing its resolution. And I also think there's a word of challenge here, a challenge to avoid the extremes. Christianity is not a lions-only religion, and nor is it a slain lamb-only faith. There have been many still who would have you choose one of those images over the other. Choose the lion, choose power, choose dominion, or choose gentleness, choose meekness, choose sacrifice only. This apocalyptic contradiction of the lion-like lamb who was slain encourages us to hear the announced lion, see the lamb, and hold both as true at the same time. Strength and self-sacrifice are not opposites. They're both found in Jesus, the one who is worthy to hold the scroll, the story of eternity. Where in your life do you need the lion's courage or power? Where do you need the lamb's gentleness and grace? Tell me about it in the comments below. And for now, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you like this video. Tap that donate link if you really liked it. And thank you for your support, and we'll see you next time.